Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah. My brothers, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alatham, to my sisters. We are the ISUPK, coming to you out of 1 West, 125th Street. Started out of Harlem, New York. (1969), and today we operate under Commanding General Yohana, going throughout the earth, teaching the truth of the Bible, and that truth is that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Indians, are in fact the lost children of Israel and our oppressor. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Today is Friday. This is the Lashawan Qadash, the ISUPK Lashawan Qadash. I am priest in Office of 1,000, Mashah from the Detroit camp. And the Lashawan Qadash is our holy tongue. Is our holy tongue. We're going to get over here and let's get to work. I don't know if you guys just cut this phone off. So, I don't know if you guys saw that Proud Boy versus the ISUPK live stream. Commanding General Yohana, of course, Captain Mashak, Captain Tazaria, the other generals appeared on the podcast. and stated our case gloriously. The bottom line is just separate, man. Just leave us alone. That was the bottom line. The Lashawan Qadash, ISUPK, Lashawan Qadash, holy tone. Here you some things real quick. Basics, basics. Okay, real quickly. We read, we write right to left. I don't know if you can see my, see if you can see this cursor. We write right to left, okay? And this is some characters. This spells the words Lashawan Qadash. And we are, like I say, the ISUPK. This is our language. And what we're going to do is let's get with it, go straight to the beginning. You know where we're going. We're going to our characters. We're going to our characters. We're not going to rush through. We're going to get a little bit of what we did last week, but we have to get some basics out of the way. And that's a heavy class. That's heavy teaching. That well, you can say it's a debate, but then you can say it was international communications too. Commandant John Yohannes made it clear when we're not looking to work with anybody in the United States. He made it clear we're not looking to be a part of their political system. We have no political answers for America. None, zero, nada. We don't want to have anything to do with America. All righty then. We're going to write these together, of course. You ready? First, I'm going to do some erasing. Some erasing. And now we're going to write them again. We're going to always write the characters A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, slow it down just a little bit. Go over this. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa. Got that? Next is Za, Kha, that's Kha. Next one is Ta, Ya, Ka. This ka is not to can be confused with this kha. You got that? And of course, we got la. We got ma. We got na. Let me do that na again. Na. Then we got sa. Got the sa. I. Pa. Taza. Kwa. Ra. Sha. Sha. Okay, here we go. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Now let's see if we get this sha down. Sha. Okay. Sha and tha. The tha is not to be confused with the ta. And when the ta has that I around it, that's I. Instead of saying circle, I'm just say I around the tha equals around the tha equals a ta. So here we go. A, ba, ga, da, ha, ya, za, kha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, tha. There are your characters. There are your characters. While we're on this page, let's talk about another basic. It is called the connector. It looks like this. This is a connector. You got that? Nope, that's not doing what I thought it was going to do. Okay. Go back to my brushes. That's called a connector. What it does is it changes the sound of letters of the character. For example, this is the Lashawan Qadash. So I'm going to write the word Qadash and show you how this works. That's the Qua. That's the Da. And that's the Sha. Qadash. Now, let me show you how this works. See, I just put a connector between the Da and the Sha. What happens is when you have a connector, the second letter takes on what I like to call a soft sound or alternate sound, because sometimes it may sound a little harsh, but it's really soft sound. Here, this is a sha, a sha. So this could be qua da sha. But when I add the connector, the sha becomes a soft sound, such as shh. You see that? So when you say the word, it's Qadash, Qadash. You see that? Qadash. That's what this connector is all about. Without the connector, you just pronounce the character as it's written. Ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, ra, Salakia, Qua, Ra, Sha, Tha. But they sound much different when you added a connector. This is a ba, and I don't even know if this is a word, but if I connect this ba, I connect this ba to a da. Instead of this being da ba, this become dab. You got that? Ba, this is a ga connected to the da. Connect the ga to the da, it becomes not daga, it becomes dog. You see that? Or let's connect it different. And like I said, I don't even know these words. We're just talking about how something is pronounced. That, you know, that's a da, you know, that's a god, that's a da. That would be da, ga, da, right? But if I connect the second da, there we go. If I connect the second da to the god, then instead of being da, ga, da, this becomes the god, the god. This da becomes the soft, you see. It becomes the soft, the god. You got that? All righty. And those are the basics, the very, very basics that we most likely would go over every time. I'm not going to rewrite these. That's coming up next. But because it's been used so much all over the place, I'm going to keep these in front of you as soon as this next project opens up. It may take a second, so. Frightful. And so it's keeping us inside. What you have here is the Assyrian script. This is the Assyrian script, okay? This is the Assyrian script. Okay. This is the Assyrian script. And it's in the exact same order as what you might call block script or the ancient script. All right. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za. See that? The wa and the za, don't get them mixed up. Just like don't get the ha and the cha mixed up. You see that? That's a cha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. Here's the tha, and here's the ta. Ain't that interesting? Can't get them mixed up. But you can get the taza mixed up and the I mixed up. Just remember, taza is like a backwards. It's connected on the backside. More like a Z shape to it. But that's your Assyrian script. It's funny. I went to some on TV and real quickly saw some Assyrian script and was able to go back and actually using the Assyrian script our pronunciation and come to the same conclusion, even though it sounded different to when they pronounced it in their Yiddish. It didn't sound nothing like what we pronounce in our Lashawan Qadash. And yet, it was the same thing. It meant the same thing. It was the same English word. You see that? It was the same English word. So there is some use for this because so much is done in this particular script right here. So much is written in this particular script. So we got that. Now I want to go over, we are about continuing to learn. So let me do something new. And it's not new because we've been playing around with it. the English word. I. Pronounced in Hebrew. Anya. Written in Hebrew. Anya. You got that? This is masculine and feminine. Anya. I. More precise. Yeah, this is I. We was working with the word watch, or yeah, we were working with the word watch, which is shamata. Let me make sure. I want to have the root word, the watch. Shamar. 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 Working with the root word. Now, Anya is I, and Wa. But it appears within the word Shamar itself. Shawamar. Anya Shawamar. I am watching. Shamar is watch. Shawamar is watching. Watching. So we're doing I. The next thing we want to do is the word you. And the word you is atha, masculine. It's atha, period. The change takes place in the words associated with it, in the action. The change will take place in the verb itself. Atha. But I want you to get used to, come on, here we go. Once I do this a little while, something, I don't know, the temperature of my hands or the lack of oil on my hands, that changed this a little bit. Atha. And of course, that is so easy to spell. Atha. Now watch this. You see that ha at the end right here? You got to put it in there. And then you got to connect it. Now, there you go. See that? Atha. This is you. Atha. The next thing we want to get is he. I is Anya. You is Atha. Now we want to get he. Ha wa ha. That's he. Hawa. Hawa ah. Not hawa ha. Hawa ah. Now, when you see it spelt like that, you know what you don't have? You don't have these connectors right here. Ha wa ah. That's not hawa. It's not that. It's not that. Ha wa ah. So, how would that look? How will we spell that? Have to start with the ha, right? Ha wa ah. No connectors. No connectors. She. I'm gonna write the Hebrew first. Y'all know this was coming, right? Because it's time for y'all to get engaged. So how do you say she? How do you pronounce this? This is she. I'm gonna flip back over here, see what y'all put down, give you a chance to respond. All righty. That last one I just put up on the screen, I wrote it in Hebrew first. The last one I just put on the screen, I wrote it in Hebrew first. You see that? I wrote that in Hebrew first. So While y'all figuring it out, I'd like to show all the check-ins. We're all up in the classroom right now. Oh, that didn't go. Here we go. We got that sister. Shalom. Yahweh Shemal Lataba Hashem Yahweh. Shout out to all my sisters that's up in here. It's up in the class. By the time I get to the end of this, running down who's in the class. Glad to see y'all too. Glad to see y'all. I need an answer. The answer I'm looking for is, you see, I got Anya, and then I got it written in the Hebrew. But when I get down to she, I left out the pronunciation. That's what I need you to do. Make sure I show this sister be on these classes. I'm definitely pleased and the students that come to my class, because I see y'all all over the internet. Y'all do not be missing classes. Officer Yashikar, my brother. Y'all keep sharing the class and inviting people to class. What we got? I know I'm gonna put the right one in. And we up in there. I see you. I see you. Shalom, Lord in Christ. I see you up in here. All righty. No. And here we go. Ha ya ha. That's how you say she. Ha ya ha. And don't get lazy. Don't look at that and say ha ya ha. You need to not. No, it's ha ya ha, not hi. It's ha ha. So Sister Bara, Akwad Bara, good job. I'm gonna get back over there, do some more writing. Let me put the big screen back up. Here we go. So like the sister said, ha, ya, ha, ya, ha, ya, I hope that's what the sister put. Let me look at that again. That's it. Yeah, ha, ya, That's exactly what it is. Ha, ya, And that's he, she. Now let's do you. Did we do you? We did you singular. You plural is simple. Male is a thumb. A thumb. You got that? a thumb. Now watch what happens here. I'm gonna put that in there. That's a thumb. Now I know y'all know what it is for a sister. If you're referring to you, feminine, it's a thand. A thumb, not a thumb. Oops, can I do an undo on that? Yes, I can. There we go. Not a thumb, but a thun. Same word, change one character. These are important. We need to learn these pretty much. Trying to keep my hands moist. There we go. A thumb. Okay. Right there. Okay. Anya is I. Shamar. So if it's am watching, Shawamar, am fine. Anya Tawab, right? Anya Tawab, I'm good. Do we do something like that? Anya Tawab, I'm good. And if we find out that there are some syntax changes, I'll let you know. We will let you know. I'm looking for those sheets that we worked with last week. I want to get back into some of that year. I want to get into some of that too. So we work with what? Morning, evening, night, day, Dawab, Bayakwa, Bawakwa, Tawab, Bawakwa. Good morning. Evening is Arab. Then we say Akwath. So that's sister Akwath. Tawab, Arab. La Yala is day. I mean, it's night. La Yala is night. And we went over Yawam is day. We're going to bring this all together. I hope y'all remember that from last week. But make sure you copy this down like this. I think we're even going to save this one. I'm not going to take a snapshot. We're going to work with something else. So let's save this one. Saved it. But you know what I didn't put on here? Let me go ahead and put that on here. Cancel. Cancel. No. No, still here. Yeah, there we go. They. Two theys. Hum, masculine. Han, is feminine. Give that time to catch up. Okay. I gotta give it time to catch up. But Han, Ham, with that ma at the end, Ham. Ha, ma, or Ham. That's masculine for they. Han, with that na at the end, connected, that is feminine for they. So if you're saying they are watching Ham Shawamar, Han, and if you say they're watching feminine, Shalakia, Ham Shawamar Yam. Ham Shawamar Yam. Did you hear that? And then Han Shawamar Waf. The syntax change takes place in the verb itself to let you know whether it's masculine or feminine. Okay? In fact, I'm not going to overload y'all today. I'm not going to overload y'all today. Just remember Han, H-A-N, or Han, write it in the Hebrew. Han is the feminine of they. Ham is the masculine. Now take it to the top. I is Anya. I is Anya. So if you say, I am watching, whether masculine or feminine, you would say Anya Shawama. I am watching. It doesn't matter whether it's masculine or feminine. It's almost if it's neutral. You see that? It's almost as if it's neutral. And then you have you are watching Atha. If it's masculine, it's Atha Shawamar. You got that? Shawamar. There's the connection. They spell exactly the same. Whether it's Atha Shawamar, they spell exactly the same with the exception of one thing. With the exception of one thing. Oh, I see what's going on here. My internet connection is kind of fluctuating. We have to have that checked out. And the thing that separates them, Atha Shawamar, is the connector. You add the connector to the male. If it's a male, add the connector, so you have to pronounce it shawamar. Take away the connector for the feminine, atha shawamara. You see that? Take away the connector, it becomes shawamara. Sister asked the question, Salakia. This sister asked the question, how do you write and say sister and brother? Okay, I'm gonna answer that. And with this a whole class. It's pronounced this way. Ak is brother, and akwath is sister. You got that? Ak is brother, akwath is sister. Now, what I'm gonna challenge you to do, sister, ask the question. I'm gonna challenge you to write it in Hebrew based on the letters I know you copied down. Write the word ak. Oh, I don't want to remove that. Write the word ak. In Hebrew. I think I overloaded my program, no problem. And what we're gonna do is remind me of that next week. Remind me of that next week. And what we're gonna do is I'll show you if you wrote it correct. But I appreciate y'all being here. Again, this is the ISUPK. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York in 1969. And since that time, we've come up under the leadership of Commanding General Yohana, and we go throughout the earth telling the truth of the Bible. And the truth of the Bible is real simple. So-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians are in fact the lost children of Israel, and the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Pay your tithes, get ready for the Passover, get your Passover feeds in. Feast of Purim coming up. You're in the Detroit area, come on down to the school. That's going to be the 25th, 26th. We're going to get you the exact date when the big feast is going to be there. You know, the sister's going to cook, the brother's going to make sure that good strong is going to be on deck, you see. And we're going to have a time celebrating what the Most High did to our enemies. I don't know if people know that. The reason we don't celebrate any of these holidays, which is their holy days, is they worship other gods and all that. And then ours are much better. Why would I say that? Our holy days are much better. The Passover, the Feast of Purim, the Day of Atonement, all of these really, really mean something. The Feast of Unleavened Bread, it means something to who we are as a people. The Feast of Purim, the Most High devastated our enemies and saved Israel. That's coming up the 25th, 26th of February. Read, what's that, the book of Esther. Read the entire book of Esther, and you will learn what the Feast of Purim is about. See that? Go back and read that between now and then so you can know for yourself what it's about. All of y'all have been in class long enough that y'all know about breakdowns. Y'all know the ISUPK breakdowns on almost everything. Sometimes you may not like them, but you know them. So when you read the book of Esther, get your questions ready, and you can begin asking the teachers that host different classes between now and then any questions you have on the book of Esther and the Feast of Purim. You see, so you can be ready for that feast day. All right? Shalom, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatam to my brothers. And shalom, Yahweh Shema Alatan. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alatan Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Atan. By Hashem Yahushua to my sisters. Shalom, Israel.